This problem on TikTok where everybody has started to believe somewhat that every criticism is a critique. Although these words are very similar, they are not the same. Now then, critiquing is an industry standard term. I'll give you two quick examples and you tell me which one you think is an actual critique or just plain criticism. So Lamont, what did you think of Sonic 2? I hated the way they had Knuckles in the back. Like, Knuckles, why did they make Knuckles so strong but also like dumb at the same time? And why didn't they put Tails at the forefront? Like, he's a cool character. He should have got screen time. You know what? They should put Amy in there too. Not only that, like, they could have had Dr. Robotnik's second cousin in there, Bink Born. Now then, here's the second example. So Lamont, what do you think of Matrix 2? Although the movie is self-aware and knowing that it's just a plain old reboot, it suffers from a lack of action. A lot of the characters are not active. If they had taken time to not rehash the old story, it would benefit from having Neo and Trinity work side by side almost as equals instead of having Neo as a decrepit old man who can barely do things on his own. Then which one sounds like a valid critique? Now then, I hope you said the second one because that is a valid critique. Critiques often leave out the word like, hate, dislike, like, because these words serve no purpose. They do not help you encapsulate your emotions towards what is actually beneficial and what is suffering. It's much more different and much more helpful for other people to understand where I'm coming from, but that's just an example. Every criticism is not a critique. Everything is valid, but not every criticism is an industry standard critique. And most often, valid critiques usually come from people who are creating things and or studying things within the same industry. It's almost like a peer-reviewed paper. Now then, I think that if you have criticisms or reservations about a creator or stories that they're creating, should not invalidate like their whole livelihood just because you might not like some of the things that go on in the story. One, I say that because art is inherently selfish. Stories, comics, movies, they're all trying to portray whatever the creator is thinking onto paper. The vision that they put on paper is what they've always wanted to see, and they're making it happen. Take other actors, for example. Just because you didn't like that one movie that Johnny Depp played in does not take away from his lovely performance as Jack Sparrow. Just because a creator has not made a representation for you does not mean that that creator is actively against you. It just means that they're creating something that they've always wanted to see, and sometimes that vision might not include everything that you have always wanted.